All right, everybody, welcome back to the Kleen-Rite Radio podcast. I'm sitting here with my good buddy, Marc Tyndale, and I'm Fix It with Phil. We're jumping into the series all about self-serve success and how to raise your game. This series is sponsored by Simonize. Simonize, we greatly appreciate your support.
Thank you, Simonize. And this first episode is titled How to Compete. And Phil and I have broken that into 3 different types of competition, probably hot button items right now. One is the express tunnel in your market, and 2 is car washes that are similar to yours.
Just like your lot right down the road.
Just like your car wash. And the third one
is the biggest one,
the one that we think is probably the most important, and that is yourself. We feel like a lot of folks are competing against themselves.
Yep. You are your biggest enemy.
Yes. So let's start with number 1.
Let's jump right into new express tunnels. Mark, what do you really think the biggest competition marker from a new express tunnel is?
The biggest effect they make on you?
Yeah. Do you think it's fear?
Yes.
Do you think it just causes fear in a self-serve IBA operator? You know, they're thinking, oh my gosh, this huge new big express tunnel with all this money's moving in down the street for me, and they're going to steal all my customers.
Yeah, I think there's 2 parts to it, and you're right. I'm sorry, I stuttered a little bit there, but half of it is real, and the other half is made up, right?
Yeah.
So the fear is made up. The fact that they are better prepared to be in certain car wash markets is real. Mm-hmm. So how you respond to that, I think, is why we're here today. It's why we're doing a podcast. And I think that it's something that we can help people overcome that fear and do those things that the self-serve express operator is doing. And then all of a sudden, now you're back in the game.
Right. And I think the biggest thing I heard you say with the tunnels is they're prepared.
They are. They're more professionalized. They've done market research. They pay for customer acquisition through Google services or analytics, whatever advertising. They do grand openings. They do a lot of things. They're branded. They're consistent.
Yeah.
And we talk about branding and consistency all the time. Mm-hmm. So
what can we take away? You know, I'm hearing you say consistency, and obviously consistency is king, and branding. When you're saying branding, let's dive into car wash branding here just for a minute or two. What do you mean by that?
Okay. So starting from the very beginning, a brand is something that whether you're in one town or 10 towns or one country or 10 countries, it's your message is the same, your image is the same, and your service and consistency is the same. And the express tunnels, a lot of them come from big money that are used to doing that in other businesses, other chains. So that's the one thing that they work very hard on. The self-serve and in-bay business comes more organically. It came from a family business. It came from somebody that just wanted to start a car wash 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
So they do not have all the time the same business acumen or the same game plan. And it's really about a game plan. There's a lot of smart business owners out there that have small in-bay self-serve car washes that have the ability to do what the express car washes are doing.
So it's almost, it's almost a catch-22 in a sense of, it's kind of good news to see all these tunnels and expresses coming out, because we can really look at their business model, leverage that, and use it to our benefit. Really, we can take all the time, effort, and money that they poured into things and
research
and say, hey, if I implement these things into my self-serve in-bay site, I can recapture those customers back from them.
We'll take one step ahead of that.
Yeah.
Is before they even come in, what we should have done is kept our customers.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is, in my experience, is where a lot of self-serve in-bay operators fail, is they take their customers for granted. Mm-hmm. And they think they'll stay forever because they think their car wash is great. And their car wash probably is great. But if somebody comes out with a a better mousetrap, people are going to try it.
Right.
And what you want to do is be set up for success so that when they do try it, they come back. And we're here to tell you it's possible to keep those customers, and the small group of customers that go try the other one, you can get a percentage of them back. The other good news to that, and we talk about it all the time, is that the express tunnels are creating more customers. So customers you never had before, you can actually attract back.
They're bringing people off of the driveway into the car wash lots.
Yes, and we've seen it time and time again. Go ahead. No, you go, Phil.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Why not?
I probably should sometimes.
You probably should.
I think one of the other biggest things that the new express tunnels have done for us is they have made a market shift in how much we can actually charge for services as well.
They left a lot of runway for that. So most of the time, express tunnels are coming in at $10, $12, $18, $25 in most markets. Most people's in-bays are well below that. It's an opportunity to get your in-bays up. It's a great opportunity because your self-serve bays are so unique to get your self-serve bays up.
Yeah.
And that is kind of a smooth segue
right
into your number 2 competition.
Other self-serve and in-bay
that are just
operators
that are like you, or the Me Too product, or maybe you're in a town where one self-serve in-bay is dilapidated and not that nice, and the prices are really low, and then the other one's maybe shiny and new, but they're the same type of car wash, and both of those types of car washes have an opportunity to raise their game.
Yeah, to grow, to reinvest, to revamp your site if it takes that. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So,
let's talk 80-20. I know we touched on this before. You and I talk about it all the time, but 80-20, and that's kind of a made up thing here with us, but
it's not kind of, it is made up, but we made
I didn't want to admit it.
We made it up for a reason. I mean, we don't really have any Kleen-Rite scientists or analysts here, doing a bunch of surveys, but with our huge client base and the people that we talk to, we know that approximately, and I'll explain the 80-20 rule. We should explain in almost every session because people need to hear about it, is that 20% of the market are professionalized in self-serve and in-bay. 80% are leaving tons of opportunity on the table, and that is up to them, not up to their competition.
Yeah. And for a mechanic like me, what I hear you saying is 20% of the operators out there are running their car washes like an actual business, and 80% of them are somewhat running it as a hobby.
Correct. The hobbyist is just getting by. Maybe everything is fine. Their 20-year-old automatic works fine. Why would I do anything with it? I'm okay charging $6 or $7 because I'm only offering $6 or $7. Whereas the 20%er wants the modern technology, they want the light shows, they want the new payment systems, they want clubs, and they want to charge $17, $18, $19 just below an express tunnel so that they can have a viable business. And let's talk about some of that. Let's talk about those operators and the things that they're doing So we back up a little bit, not too much.
Okay.
Because we don't like to back up too much.
Not too much.
And that is, we talk about all the time. The guy is, I'm watching, Phil, you're my competitor, right?
And I'm watching you.
And I'm watching you. I'm at $1.50. What are you?
$1.50.
And then I'm waiting for you to go to $2. But do you ever go to $2?
I'm not going to $2 because you didn't go to $2
right,
yet.
So we're both still at $1.50.
Yep.
And we both need to be at $4.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is probably the biggest thing we see. And then in competing with other self-serving in-bays, you have to offer the basics. And the basics today are
rinse,
Well, no, yes, race is basic, but so basic is 8 positions anymore, not 5, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. And basic is offering credit cards. I mean, everybody carries plastic. Why are you only accepting quarters?
Yeah.
I mean, that is super basic.
Yeah, you talk to people on the show floor, and it's, I don't know if I want to spend that much money on getting credit cards on everything. You can't afford not to spend the money to put credit card on everything.
Right. Asking if I should put swipes or taps in my bays was a question that people were asking me in the 90s. And
I
we
was
answered
still
it.
in high school.
Yeah, and thank you, Phil. Appreciate that. But the answer back then was the same. You should have a credit card swipe on every device.
Yeah.
Every single device.
So really the biggest takeaway from other self-serve and in-bays as your competition is you need to stop trying to compete with them, and you need to lead them.
You need to be the leader. Stop watching them. Go to trade shows. Talk to your suppliers. Talk to your distributors. Yeah. Go find the nicest car washes you've ever seen and look at them.
Take pictures.
You travel if you have to. I mean, the car wash magazines have them all the time. You can Google them. I've seen some amazing. I operate pretty nice sites. Would you say I'm in the top 20%?
I would say you are absolutely in the top 20%.
And Phil's kind, but I see sites all the time that I'm like, wow. And if I'm doing that, what are the guys who have not so nice sites saying? Right. I think what they're saying is I can never get there, and that's not true.
You can get there.
You can get there.
So, let's just real quick rattle off a couple things that, can take you from that 5-position, 8-position switch, or that, somewhat dated site and bring you up into 2025, the more modern site, the site that you can, feel good about, raising your prices, really.
Right. And you've done it at your car wash in a good way. I mean, you're doing something I'm not doing. You're doing the self-serve club, which I want to do. I just haven't really had time to do it, and that's on me. But tell us a little bit about that, because I think your turn on price and your features go into offering things like a self-serve loyalty program.
Yeah. So, when we're talking about trying to compete with new express tunnels, how do you offer your customer value? Well, clubs are the hot rage right now. So in a self-serve bay, if you can do a club at $20 or $25 a month with a couple minutes of vac time on there, you can gain a lot of traction really quickly and give your customers the feeling of a great value for the services that you offer them. And, I've had great success with that. We're in, I think right now we're in almost the 300s of, one site, people being signed up for self-serve bay clubs.
Just in self-serve clubs.
Just in self-serve clubs alone.
And if you throw another 300 in bay and tunnel clubs there, just for a single site, you're doing pretty well for self-serve and in bay. And the thing that came out of our Texas seminars that we have a huge advantage in self-serve and in bay. We're 24/7. People still like to do things themselves. And if we offer, they want clubs, right?
They do.
They do. So we're offering that one thing that they want to, that they want from us.
Yeah.
So we have to offer it to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, everybody has a subscription for everything, right? Whether it's toothpaste, shaving cream, whatever that is, coffee coming to your house.
And it makes them feel, it gives them buy-in to your site, and it does not give them, so here's the other thing, it does not give them a reason to go try the other sites. I was somewhat insulated when 6 express tunnels surrounded my 7 sites because I already had clubs. I was doing in-bay clubs since maybe 2010.
Okay.
So we already had a good foothold on it. And then when the express tunnels came in, we lost a few temporarily.
Yeah.
And then it flatlined for a little bit where we stopped losing them. And guess what? Now, 2 years later, we're getting them back.
Yeah.
And guess what? My
taking 'em
prices
right
are
back.
higher,
Mm-hmm.
higher than I was 3 years ago.
But when you're offering clubs, one of the biggest things that you need to, attach to that club is consistency,
Yes.
right? The in-bay has to run and produce the same product every time. You have to give that same great experience every single time. So, if you're constantly having to run out to your site and fix this and fix that, it might be time to look in the mirror and say, it might be time to invest in a new machine, or do I need to, spruce things up around here?
If your doors are filthy and your bays are dirty and your in-bay, people understand if your in-bay is 20 years old. They know that.
You
know.
can see it.
And trust me, they know when they see renovations happening that you're investing in your site.
Yeah.
Yeah, they appreciate it. And you're building loyalty with them when you invest in your site.
Yeah, because you're giving back to them.
Yes.
When you do that.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, we don't wait to put equipment in until we absolutely need to. We plan for it, we budget for it, and we buy it on plan.
Yeah.
And we have probably in our personal sites, we've retold probably 4 times since we started. I know folks who have never done it at all.
And what does that, when I hear you say that, the first thing my brain goes to is our takeaway from what New Expresses are doing. They're prepared.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I hear you saying to me, we were prepared, that we knew, at X time we needed to revamp our site, and you bought in, you drank the Kool-Aid, you bought the equipment, you knew it needed to happen, you needed to give back to your customers, and you did it right away.
And us, we're having our best year ever.
Yeah.
And some of that's weather. Some of that is we've bought some of our customers back with some advertising and new sites or fresh sites and light shows. And so I think that that's a great takeaway for item number 2.
Yeah.
And that is your competition.
Which will lead us right into number 3.
Your most, can I read it, Phil?
Please.
Can I read it off the sheet here? So I wrote this down when we were going through our practice session, and I think the sentence is a very nice sentence. It's the most common and truly diabolical competition is when an operator is holding themselves back or they're their own competition.
Yes.
Yep. And we could talk about this. We are going to talk about this for
the rest of the podcast.
The rest of the podcast. So, go.
Okay.
Phil.
I'm going to jump right in and say, that sentence is crucial to.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's crucial to the 80-20 rule. Right?
It is. And if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your site, you are your biggest competition. You are in your own way from stepping up to the next level. If you are saying to yourself, I want to be the 20%, or I want this site to make more revenue for me and my partners, or if it's just you on your own for the next generation, for your grandkids, whatever it is, like, you need to get out of your own way.
Right.
If you think that you need to invest, if you think you need new equipment, if you think you need new lights,
you probably do.
You probably needed them 5 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of times, distributors and industry insiders and people at trade show operators just think that their advisors are just selling to them, but they're not. I mean, we've always been successful selling success, and the equipment sales come along with it. And I'm sitting on a podcast in 2025 because my customers listen to me, and now they're this.
Most of them are the 20%.
I have a lot of 20%ers. They're good friends of mine, and that's where I learned it. I didn't make this up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the smartest or the sharpest knife in the drawer, but when it comes to how to be the best car wash in that town, I mean, we certainly try.
Yeah. And that does, again, it's not a sales rep. It is, it is somebody trying to guide you in the right way. You know, you can only shine something so much. Sometimes you got to put something new into it. So, you know, if you look at your site and you truly believe you couldn't do it any better,
that is a problem.
Yeah.
Because I look at constantly our sites and I'm like, wow, if I did like that guy that I just saw,
Yeah.
you know, in the magazine or at the show or whatever, you know, you have to aspire to something. Now, you don't have to. You know, there is what we're going to talk about at the ICA, the fork in the road.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I spoke today to a gentleman who's 85. He goes, Mark, he goes, what do you want me to do? I'm 85. I don't want to invest X amount of dollars and then, you know, not be here to
reap the benefits.
To reap the benefits. And I was like, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, so that is his own personal.
Hey, if you're 85 years old and you're still working the car wash lot,
God love you.
Good on you.
Good. Yeah, exactly. So, but if you're, you know, if you have some time and you want a 3 or 4 year return, it does not take 10 or 12 or 15 years to get it back if you do it right. And if you get some advice on how to use that room that your competition has given you to improve.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, use the ICA, use the Kleen-Rite podcast, use the reps who can help you.
Yeah. Or reach out to us here at Kleen-Rite, and, you know, Mark will ask you to send him 100 pictures and, you know, we can guide you in a direction of success for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that the takeaway today is, do we want to reiterate the 3 or just keep?
No, I think I'm going to cut you off, and I'm going to say, for me, the takeaway today is consistency, giving your customers a consistent experience and product every time.
Yeah.
Full meter dials. The more you can offer your customer, the better, you know, the more they're going to feel that you care about them. You know, if you've been thinking about that project for the past 2 to 3 years, it's passing you by. Today's the day.
The opportunity is in front of you.
Yeah, seize the day.
Yeah, and you know, little things. Call us. We have a whole list of them we didn't even talk about today of things you can do. Some of them small, some of them big.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Nate, the studio guy, to drop them down in the bottom, just so there's a list for people that can read over it. And then if you have questions about that list, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it. Maybe we can set you up with a distributor in your area to help you out.
Our passion is to help people succeed and help them compete, because we want everybody to do well.
Yeah, there's room for everybody. It's just nicer to be better than the guy down the road.
It is nicer. So anyway, I think we had a good day today. So
yeah, I want to just thank everybody out there for tuning in to Kleen-Rite Radio. I want to thank Simon Eyes one more time for, you know, showing support and helping us get this podcast out to everybody. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
Thank you.